Yeah, I imagine that would be the case.
But like our equipment packs, like if it says we get an explorer's pack, we get all of that stuff, I
Right,
suppose.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so if we get like,
Also,
because I get that, my background gives me a herbalist's kit. Do I get that or?
Yeah.
Okay.
my class, no, my background would give me an additional musical instrument and a costume. Would I get either of that?
Uh, yeah. I mean, like it's part of your class, your background. You get
Yeah.
that. He'd have
You get like a
common stuff
whistle.
like that. Yeah, he'd have common stuff like that.
Yeah, like a basic like wooden flute or something. It would
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
be
You'd
okay.
have something like that around.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right.
So I'm just gonna address Hader right as a Hader that comes out of the shop, obviously annoyed. So I wrote there. Looks over at Hader. I do not know of you, Archer, but I find no interest serving this town master.
Neither
Sounds
do
like
I.
a good guy to loot.
Yeah, I'll leave and I'll say him as well. Yeah, but
It would likely be best to skip
But it-
town as possible.
we may be able to get close of him and solve the problem that this town's under.
I just want to find my friend.
Oh.
I'm really distressed that no one has seen Tevan.
Why should we concern ourselves with the troubles of this town?
I mean, I don't mind helping them if we get compensated.
Yeah, what did everyone else say? I just
Sorry.
everyone talked at the same side. I didn't hear a word. Hater just saying something.
We need to help these people.
Yes, we need to help these people. There, I agree with you 100%.
We help them, we get compensated in goodies.
We shall
No,
see.
we help them for the sake of helping them.
We help them because it's the right thing to do.
Yes, that's right. I look at him and I say, we are going to get along like a house on fire. Not just really.
Right.
There's no right thing to
So
do.
you've left the
They
shop.
have made their choices and they suffer the consequences.
Mm.
It doesn't sound as though they had much choice.
They, as the merchant said, they chose to elect the townsmaster.
And that town master is choosing to hang people, apparently. So, obviously not a good guy.
It was their choice. Are we still noticing there's people who are sort of like trying to get our attention, but
Not at the moment, but I mean, you just walked out of the shop.
yeah, like as we're moving, like I want to keep an eye for that. That's for the people when we're moving through town.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
See if I can catch one of those and see what the hell this is about. I think I have a as a player I have a feeling there's some sort of resistance movement going on.
You go find that in the bar. I have a
beer like, where's the resistance in this town? Oh, my rebellion.
The bard gave me a gold. I have money for booze.
Yay.
Okay.
if I see someone trying to sort of peer at me with interest, I would like to use my awakened mind ability and say, meet me at the inn in half an hour.
Okay.
At this point, you don't know which inn. There are several inns inside
Oh.
of Bishop
Okay.
Wharf. Yes, you gotta know which inn it is.
Right.
Okay. Is everybody out of the shop?
I suppose we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to head for a tavern?
Tavern sounds like our next stop after
Yeah.
grabbing our equipment.
All right. All right. So you guys start to walk through town.
Guess we'll stick with the group for now. Perhaps they will stumble into something.
Okay. So you guys start to walk around town. Kronos, you do notice that there are some people that they're no longer being as auspicious about looking out at you, but there are some side glances that you catch because you're paying attention that give you the indication that there are people trying, keeping a very close eye on you.
So look, I tried to catch an eye of one of those people, and just nod at them slightly, just like acknowledging that they're keeping an eye on.
They do not acknowledge your nod, but
Yeah, no, I figure this, but just like it's not even very obvious, just a slight.
But you do notice that the back gets a little straighter as they walk off.
Mhm.
Mainly, I was just hoping that they're actually intelligent enough that someone's acknowledging that they might try to make a contact and not just lurk around the shadows.
Yeah, that's
So
what I was trying to do with that awakened mom thing. It's just
so what kind of inn are you guys looking for? You want a nicer inn? Do you want a seedy inn? What kind
I
of inn
don't
are
think
you
we
looking
can afford a nicer inn.
at?
Well, Fia would probably steer for an inn of like where it's like comfortable, like clean, but not fine or anything. Just like for travelers, an adequate inn for travelers, I
I
suppose.
think something probably more suited for merchants and craftsmen rather than like
Yeah.
nobility or similar.
Okay. So after a while, you do find an inn. It is called the Jagged
Holy shit, I
Hook.
was muted this whole time.
Okay. Well, that just
I was saying shit and nobody was listening, and I was like, damn.
yeah. It's called the Jagged Hook, and it's down not too far from the docks where a lot of the fish gets brought in. It's not the worst place in town. There are definitely some more seedier establishments right at the docks, but the smell of fish does come in occasionally from that side of
I'm
town.
not bothered.
And so you guys just walk into this establishment. You notice that in front of you, there seems to be a half orc bartender cleaning the bar off. He's being a little gruff with one of the customers over the side. It basically tells him some really awful thing in Orcish. Tells it, and
Oh,
the customer kind of just backs off, then kind of walks past you out the door. There's several other groups of people, just normal. You do notice in the back there are what appears to be guardsmen in the back, but they are dressed a little better and have a little better armor than the other guards. It's not like the guy you saw in the shop, but a little better than the
Probably
common
higher
guards.
ranked, I suppose. Yeah.
And they're sitting in the back, kind of just chatting it up a little bit. And as you walk in, the bar doesn't stop, but they all kind of look at you a little bit, and then go back to their drinking.
I mean, we have Rinty along.
Yeah,
We have the
this
big
big
ass dragon
gigantic
one
dragonborn was walking
with a
the
big
door.
ass axe.
Huge axe.
Out of curiosity, Cronus is 6'1" height. How tall is he compared to the rest, like general townsfolk and the other gods?
The people in the town are generally average height, about 5'8" ish.
Okay, so
I'm
Plus or
taller.
minus.
so
Yeah.
he's standing up a little taller than most people.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys walk in the door. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go straight to the bartender and greet him and again give him a description of Tevan and ask him if he's seen anyone fitting that description.
So you walk up to the
Yeah.
bartender and he goes, "And what do you want?
I'm looking for an elf.
I got all day. What do you want?"
Greetings, good sir. I'm looking for someone, and I wish to inquire whether.
Call me good sir. I am not a good sir.
I believe you are. You run a very fine establishment, do you not?
Get out of my establishment. I don't want to hear any more of that. Good sir. Did you hear that? Yeah, she obviously doesn't know. She obviously doesn't know you, dog. No, she doesn't.
Well,
Unless you want to get unless you want to get something to drink, then I don't have any time. Move on along.
yeah, I just
So
like.
is he behind the bar?
Yeah, he's behind the bar.
How tall is the bar?
Too tall.
The
Dude.
the bar's about about 3.5 feet tall. Just the top of your head, over the top of your head. Yeah.
A couple of fingers will sort of reach over the top of the bar and slowly pull pudding up. He's doing a chin up.
Okay.
And say, do you have any fresh milk?
He looks at you.
This is great.
He goes, "Milk? What kind of establishment do you think I'm running here? And where are you?"
And I'll slowly lower myself down again and the fingers will disappear.
I like this guy. We don't have any milk, but we have some fine dwarven ale.
I
Or
don't
perhaps you
drink
would
dwarven
like
ale.
some fruity drink. That's probably more your that's probably more up your alley.
I just look at pudding and basically give him a milk. What the hell? Kind of look.
Hey, here, you can't just judge someone for being a milk drinker.
It's the middle of the afternoon.
I
It's
didn't
too
judge
late.
anybody for being a milk drinker, but I don't sell milk. You go to the inn for milk. Come here. I don't run an inn. I run a tavern. Tavern serve ale, beer, the hard stuff. Stuff that makes a fisherman forget he was just out on the lake all day.
I'm going to look for them.
How much is a dwarven ale?
That was a dwarven ale. Yeah. Well, I'll take 2 silvers for it.
That's a bit steep.
Okay, I'll take it. And I give him
He
the money.
slides you an ale. There you go. I hope you don't choke on it.
and I give the ale a look of determination and I say, "You're going down." And I start chugging it.
All
I
right.
was gonna say Teft would wait to buy his own because he's like, John just bought one. He's not gonna drink it.
All right, John. Constitution check with advantage.
With advantage.
Yeah, saving throw with advantage. Sorry.
Wait, with an advantage or with a disadvantage?
No, with advantage. You only have one drink.
Oh!
It's good. It tastes great. You start to feel a little bit of a tingle, but nothing. You're still in control of yourself.
Oof. Now this is a good drink. Man, what have I been missing all this time?
Better than the piss they sell down the street. Am I right? All the other patrons of the bar are laughing.
Great.
And Geoff, as for your friend, I didn't see anybody like him. But I tell you what, there was one guy that came in here. I didn't like him at all. And I'm a half-orc. That's hard to do. Okay? I
What?
like everybody.
I can beat everybody up.